This is 9 in 9 Enneagram Wisdom for Life. Let's dive in. When I mentioned that I am a life coach or that I specialize in the Enneagram, one of the first things people say is their number. If they know their number, they're going to mention what their number is. And then they'll say, "So, what do I need to know?" Or "Tell me something about my number." And this makes sense, right? Because people know the Enneagram, they've heard about it, maybe they've taken an assessment, maybe they've listened to a podcast, maybe they've just seen Instagram memes or they've heard a friend talk about it quite a lot. It's like people know enough about the Enneagram to label themselves and put themselves into a little box of a number, but they don't know enough about how to get out of that box that they've created. They don't know how to actually use the Enneagram as a tool to move into more freedom within themselves. And so that's why this month we are going to do a series called The One Question That Can Change Your Life. And I know, I get it, that sounds dramatic, but honestly, in every course that I teach in all of my classes, with all of my students, with all of my private coaching clients, I love to use the power of a single question. When I first started studying the Enneagram just for myself to learn more about my struggles and the places that I was stuck, I thought, oh, I'm going to read a book and I'm going to just learn it like from a thought process. And I did not understand how important, how integral it is that you actually do the excavating of yourself. And by excavating, I mean that you do the deeper work. And the way we do that is with non judgmental observation. So, really being able to use questions and knowledge to watch the way that we are interacting with other people within the world, the way when we get defensive or angry or fearful or we sense shame or sadness, like to really be able to be curious about that and just non judgmentally, no judgment, be able to say, what's going on here? Wonder where this is coming from. What is behind this? And the Enneagram is giving us the tools, the insight, the ability to become so self aware, to become so emotionally intelligent that we actually break free from being a number. We're not a number. Like the more self awareness we have, the more we actually begin to break free from the things that keep us stuck, that keep us in a box, that keep us repeating the same patterns over and over. And questions are a really, really powerful way to do that. So if you and I meet at a party and we introduce ourselves and you tell me your number and you say, "Tell me what I need to know," just know I'm not going to point out something really deep and pertinent to your number in that moment, but I might tell you that you could visit one of the podcasts from this series because I feel these are going to be very, very powerful when it comes to getting to know yourself a little better. My hope is that as you hear just the one question that I have for you this month, that you will get hooked, that you will want more, that you will want more questions, that you will want more tools, and that you would be compelled to learn more about the Enneagram class that I offer. It's called Enneagram 101. It's a class about getting to know your own Enneagram number and the other 8 numbers. You can study the Enneagram, you can read books, you can listen to podcasts, but until you study the Enneagram in a group of people, and you cannot learn alone what you can learn when you are in a group. And so, this is why I'm so passionate about teaching Enneagram 101. Even if you've studied the Enneagram, even if you've read books, if you have never studied it in a group, this is a perfect place to start. So, my hope is that my one question for you this month will spark your interest in joining one of the Enneagram classes that I offer. And you just need to go to my website, livingwellbyjen.com/Enneagram, and all the information is there. And then my other hope is that you will be curious about the other numbers as well. So, as always, please stay tuned to the rest of this series. Please follow the podcast, like the episodes, comment and tell me what you've learned or observed about yourself, and share the episode with a friend who also enjoys the Enneagram.